This is Loddlenaut, and to 100% this cozy game, I've got a big mission ahead. To clean up the entire planet, max out the number of adorable Loddles that is living here, collect some stuff the previous crew left behind, and evolve all the Loddles into different types. It's gonna be a journey, so let's begin. Alright, so we're going to the planet GUP-14. And we seem to arrive in a certain cave. Hello, I'm Dave. I'll be your supervisor during your time on this planet. Together, we have the honor of restoring GUP-14, once owned by the powerful GUPPI. What? It's not often that we get to clean up after a big name company like GUPPI. They're an important client, so we need to do a good job. And our first task is to clean the pollution that is inside our current base right now. So I found a couple of trash here and there. It's pretty easy to pick up. I just need to shoot and click. We also have this little neat feature where we can scan the surroundings so we can see where the germs or the trashes are. And so I got working to collecting every trash that I can see in my base until my scanner says there's nothing left. So I think the last few ones are these. With that out of the way, we can now make use of these recycle machines. So I need to put in the right trash inside these recycling machine. So for this one, it's on the screen, it looks like plastic bottles. So if you try to feed it with something else aside from the designated trash, it wouldn't suck it. And once we fill up the entire bar, we will be rewarded with an item that can be used to build structures or upgrade our current gears. And now that we have cleaned the entirety of our base, it's time to leave and clean the ocean. So yeah, now that we're setting out on an adventure, we should take notice about the number of oxygen that we have. Because once we run out of oxygen, we will, So these things that you see here are toxic waste materials that we call the goop. So in order to remove the goop, we can zap it with our laser gun. Cool, right? And now we have a clean plant. And once the plant is cleaned, it will start producing fruits or other things that this plant will produce. So take a look at that. It's growing slowly, and if you leave it alone, it will keep producing fruits. So we have something called a coral here. I then checked out a couple of the stuff that I can craft using the crafting station. So there's this thing called a purifier bomb and a pollinator bomb. So the purifier bomb instantly purifies an area with a bomb. And the pollinator bomb, it will increase the growth of plants in the area where the bomb is thrown at. Anyways, I continued venturing the area to clean all the dirt that is nearby my base right now. It's the only distance that I can cover at the moment safely because we're lacking in oxygen. Also, each time I clean like a brand new plant, I can get a new type of food that, of course, I won't be able to eat because they don't really have any research on what it can do to humans. But these things are food for the future Loddles or fishes that we're gonna be discovering eventually. Also, I'm actually very happy if I discover like trash like this to clean because I need them. I need to recycle them in order to upgrade my current gears. So they're very useful. So this is what happens if ever the bar is full. So let's see here. I feed the recycling machine with everything until the bar is full. And I got myself an organic material, which can then be used to craft stuff. Doing so with the glass recycler, I got some glass bits. And so on, plastic bits and metal bits once I recycle everything. I then checked out the shipping station to see what I can craft. So there's this scanner pointer module, and what it does is whenever I scan, it would point to the nearest trash. So that's pretty useful. There's also the boost duration module and the oxygen upgrade module. So yeah, let's order the scanner module so we can actually see where the trash nearby is. And let's see this baby out. as you can see, the arrow is already pointing to me the closest trash near me. So yeah, very helpful, right? And as I was exploring around looking for trash to clean, I encountered these things. So these are microplastics, and our laser gun can't really do anything about it. We'll need something that can dispose of these microplastic. So for now, I'll just ignore it and just like clean up the trash that I can in the surrounding area. I then found a huge metal object, but it seems that my gun is too weak to clean this thing. So we'll need to upgrade our gun. But before we can upgrade, we'll need to look for more trash so we have enough material to upgrade our gun. So I'm gonna have to swim through the entire area near my base to get trash. And upon more cleaning up on the area, I eventually stumbled upon this place that looks like it's filled with dirt. You can see the ocean just straight ahead from me. Dang, so much cleaning to do. Even the water looks dirty as I step onto this place. Dang, look at how much dirt it is down here. I was then warned that this next location, I'm free to explore, but he suggests I go back to the marked location of my map and start cleaning there because I guess this place is too polluted. And since I had a quest to craft something at the crafting station, I just decided to craft a very simple pollinator bomb. I then approach a nearby plant just so that I can try this out and see what happens. And as you can see, immediately the plant bore fruit very fast. So that's pretty useful if we need like a certain fruit on a certain plant. Afterwards, it was now time to explore the deep ocean to look for a place called the Ripple Reef. So as you can see here, this is the Ripple Reef. Full of gunk. And so I started cleaning the entire area, starting with the very first plant that we see here. So we're gonna have to go on a trip back and forth so that we can, regenerate our oxygen. I then discovered about muddy spots. If you take a look at the right side, with those things, you can actually plant existing seeds on your inventory and they will grow under these muddy looking place. It is full of nutrients and will grow new plants. So once we get a seed, let me just plant it there. After a while of cleaning, I eventually made the place not dark anymore. So I guess I cleaned up a hefty sum to enable this place to not look that dark. Also, cleaning that giant tube thing, it actually produces oxygen, so I don't need to go home anymore. I can just drink or breathe in the oxygen that it produces. There's a couple more. Wait, look, there's fish in here. What's this? A Loddle. Oh, that's just a Loddle. It looks like it's covered in goop. Unfortunately, you are not authorized to use your laser on local wildlife. Not after what happened last time. Best to just ignore it for now. Dang, I can't help it. Oh, poor little fish. But since it's orange, how do they call it? Pikachu. Pikachu. Because it's a fish. Alright, cool. So this is Pikachu now. I'm sorry, Pikachu. I can't help you yet. I'll come back. Wait, it's following me. Oh, we got Pikachu following us. Awesome. So what I currently need to do now is figure out a way to clean Pikachu. Because right now that Pikachu is very dirty, it can't really do anything at the moment. It can't even eat because it's dirty. It's full of goop. Wait, what's this? Oh, no fishes come here because it's cleaner now. Wow, we're doing great. Let's go. What are these? These are different from the ones we saw earlier. It's like slugs. Pretty cute. With this, we have cleaned the entire biome and I also got a Steam achievement. Let's go. I'm marking this as a fast travel location for you. Whenever you want to return, you just push your ship and select the destination. Wow, cool. We now have a fast travel point. Oh, I see it. I see the ship. That's awesome. And so with this, we have 100% cleaned one part of the GUP14 world. There's still more, so yeah, so more cleaning to do. Upon returning home, I was then told that I should visit a place called the Flotsam Flats. So that's the next area we need to 100% clean. Also, I really need to figure out how to clean Pikachu. And yeah, I believe the easiest way to do this would be to blow all the goop away, and I just know the right device. So using the oxygen ring, which gives us oxygen, we cleaned the Loddle Pikachu, and we also got a Steam achievement for this. Let's go! And after recycling most of my stuff, I now had enough materials to upgrade my blaster. Now we can destroy those giant square metal things and recycle them. Also, it seems like I need to feed the Loddle that followed me back home, because currently it's pretty hungry. So how this works in this game is whatever you feed to your Loddle, they will evolve depending on their diet. So we'll need to collect a couple of these Loddle in different types and sizes in order to get a Steam achievement. So we'll need to feed it, or we'll need to find other Loddles and feed it different things. It seems to like you even more now. That's so cute. Look at his cheeks. Oh, it replicates what I do. Spam. Going back to our mission, I then located the Flotsam Flats. And as you can see, it's full of dirt as well. And I of course started cleaning already, as there are so many dirts here. But fairly simple enough, I just need to blast it away like how I usually do it. It's not really so complicated. The only problem is I keep needing to go home to get oxygen back, because there's no giant tube, same as the previous one. And look at this. So the new upgrade on our blaster module, we can now break these giant metallic crates, and we can get a lot of metals from this. So more metal recycles we can get. Just look at the amount of dirt I need to clean up here. There's just so much, especially the ship. It's filled with muck. Actually, there is one way I can get oxygen here, and that is to breathe the small oxygens that these small tubes release. So that actually helps. It makes me stay here longer. So the more I can find these, they produce more oxygen. Especially if they're clamped together, I just, recharge my oxygen bar each time I pass through them. There is no limit to how many oxygen they produce. They will keep producing. So yeah, this is the ultimate way I can get oxygen right now while cleaning up the area. I still needed to go home though because my inventory got full. Also, I was excited to recycle a bunch of stuff so I can make some upgrades. Upon returning home though, I noticed that my Loddle looked different. So Pikachu actually evolved. So we have our very first type of evolution called the Whisker Loddle. Nice, there's still more to go before we can get our achievement. So we'll be discovering more and more Loddles as we play further. And after recycling everything that I had, I was able to order a boost duration module. Now we can dash even longer. Nice. Honestly, the duration wasn't this long before the upgrade, and I'm really glad that I have it, because now I can continuously dash very fast towards our very far destination, so this is really helpful. And while randomly cleaning around, I found our second Loddle. Let's go. So we gotta clean this guy up because he looks so sad. I would like to help him out. Also, here's something neat. Whenever I clean up an area, some kind of sea plants or sea fungus, I don't know what these are, but they grow after removing all the gunk. And I guess it makes the area cleaner in a way. I don't know. But it's what happens. And while cleaning on top of the ship, I found an entrance. And inside this entrance was another Loddle again, covered in gunk. I of course put my efforts into saving this little one as well. But before we do that, I want to clean everything first. I decided to go home after cleaning the ship because I want these guys to be clean. Also because they will, if ever they touch like any plant, or I'm not sure if the surface also matter, but if they touch it, then it will be contaminated again. So yeah, let's clean the Sluddles up. And look at them, happy and clean Luddles. Also, whenever I can, I try to feed the fish with new foods. Like right now, I'm feeding them the lotus kiwi. Also, some lily bananas. So a variety of their diet would make them evolve into something else aside from what we already have, which is Pikachu. Also, I bought myself a new cleaning tool called the Scrap Vac. So with this, we can now clean microplastic by sucking it all inside this contraption. And as you can see here, this thing is pretty big. So yeah, since we have this now, we have another objective to collect about 3,000 microplastic. I also upgraded my oxygen tank to increase in capacity. So now we have a capacity of 100. So we can last longer under the water without looking for bubbles to breathe. I also wanted to boost the laser gun, so I bought this laser efficiency module. This will increase the speed of how much I destroy dirt. Lastly, I felt like 100 wasn't enough, and also I have enough materials, so I increased my capacity for oxygen even more to about 125. And after cleaning up a few more of these gunks, I have 100% cleaned this entire area. And now we can mark this as a fast travel point. Let's go, but there's still more to go. Also, since we have like 2 areas that are very clean, I plan to have these 2 live there now. Maybe they can reproduce and make more Luddles in the future. We'll never know. So I returned back to Flotsam Flats and I will let them stay here. This place is filled with food and they would be really happy and self-sufficient here. They can just find food in the surroundings. They don't need to wait for me to feed them anymore because at home they're always hungry because I'm not there. Also, if you want to see what evolution looks like, they wrap themselves up in a ball, a green ball like this, and eventually they will come out on their new form. So we'll be waiting for this to be done and we'll await the new Luddle that will come out. Oh, skip evolve! Knowing that a nearby Luddle has emerged from their cocoon, I think you should find it and see what form it has taken. Isn't this... Pickles? Oh, angler Loddle. Their glick antennas are known to be quite hypnotic to look at. Shiny. Nice. As I continue to clean the surrounding, I found this leaf thingies. They're actually boosters for our boost. So they will make us go zoom very fast. This is an awesome addition to like the place. It makes traveling so much easier, especially if they are like lined up. This will make traveling so much easier from one place to another. So honestly, I really like this plant. Anyways, back to our mission. Currently, we need to go to a place called the Tangle Bay. Basically, this place right here. There are a lot of microplastics as you can see, but no problem now. We have our vacuum. There are also new types of plants here that I haven't seen yet. So these things produce something called a kelp heart. So something new to feed to our Luddles, and I wonder what they evolved to after feeding this. For the microplastics, this is how we clean them. We just switch to our vacuum and we just suck all the plastics on the surrounding and clean it up. You can tell if everything is gone once you like vacuum everything and it sparkles like that. It means there's no more microplastic in the area. So pretty neat and convenient. So at least we don't need to worry if there's like leftovers or something. Also, the scan works on microplastics. And while cleaning this cave full of trash, I found yet another Luddle that needs help. It's okay, little guy. We're here now. And in another cave, there was another Luddle. So we currently rescued like 2 more Luddles. Let's go. And each time I get a new Loddle, I try to feed them with a different diet compared to the previous ones that I already have. Also, you can't collect like microplastics forever because once your scrap bag is full, you'll need to go home and recycle all the microplastics that you have collected so far. As you can see here, it's worth a lot of plastic. So we're gonna get a lot of these plastic bits as rewards. Awesome. And now with the materials that we got from recycling, we can now upgrade our scanner and buy like the scanner range module. I also bought this inventory capacity module so we don't frequently go home if ever our inventory becomes full. With this, it adds like another 5 item line on our inventory. I also bought a microplastic capacity module so we can collect more microplastic. Because honestly, it saves time if we have more capacity rather than keep going home. And finally, I believe this is the last oxygen upgrade that we can do. And with this, it has increased our capacity to 150 oxygen. Another thing, I improved one of my structures into a cooking structure. So I bought this cooking module and now we can make some food for our Loddles. And as you can see here, there are a lot of things that we can craft for our Loddles. A Loddle buddy so they don't get lonely, a couple of food and other toys. For this one, I tried out cooking like coral bread to feed to my Loddles since it's relatively cheap and I have some of the materials. So let's feed it to Stella right here. So here's your cake looking thing. I hope she enjoys it. I then delivered the 2 of them with my other Loddles here at the flotsam. So I hope they will enjoy their lives here and multiply please because one of my achievement needs to like populate the entire world with Loddles. After all those shenanigans, I then resumed my cleaning duties. Now with an empty vacuum, we can get even more microplastics. And looky here again, in another cave, I found yet another Loddle. That is pretty sad because of all the gunk and the trash that is surrounding it. So we're gonna save this little guy as well. Also, there's this item that we can collect while cleaning around the place. So the floating blue thingy that looks like an ID is called a holo badge. And we'll need to collect every holo badge available in order to get 100%. And there are, I think, about 9 of them in this world that we need to find and locate. So at least we have 2 of them now. I forgot to mention that I got one like earlier. Hey, so right now I have cleaned 99% of the Tangle Bay. I have no idea where the remaining trash are to 100% this place so we can unlock a fast travel point. But I believe my scanner found it. It's also pointing me at that direction. And so I went to the direction and destroyed the 2 metal blocks that was here. And after I did that, I have achieved 100% at the Tangle Bay. So now we can fast travel here. Also, we can leave our Loddles here so they can live. There are a couple of food here as well, so they will survive pretty well. Returning home, I then check my shipping station and I can see some new stuff that I can craft. It's just that I don't have enough materials to craft these yet. But actually, I do. After recycling most of the trash that I have gathered recently, I can now make myself this depth resistance module. So as you can see here, we will now have a change in outfit. Basically just a small color change as you can see. From orange, it turned to red. Pretty cool, right? And then upon exploring random areas to collect some trash and clean up the place, I found yet another one of those holo badges. So now we have 3 out of 9. I also stumbled upon a random Loddle here that's just swimming in the area filled with these trashes. So alright, cool. Now we can save it from its misery. And while cleaning some area, I found a secret cave or something where another Loddle was here. It looks different, he says. I don't really know how different it is. Maybe just the first purple Luddle that we have found recently. So I guess we'll find out soon what it will turn out later on. I then went home to clean the Luddles and also fed them with something. I haven't fed the other Luddles yet. I'm still hoping to get like a different type of Luddle which I haven't found yet. And so for the next area of interest, we need to find the Grimy Gulf. So here we are, and as you can see, it's very deep underwater. That's why we had to upgrade our diving gear. And looking around here, it's really dark. We need to start cleaning ASAP so that we have some visibility in the area. And if you see that dirt on the ground, we can't really clean it up unless we make that thing, the giant scrub thing in the shipping station. So we're gonna have to collect other trash first so we have enough materials to craft that and then clean the area up. For now, I'll just clean the trashes that I can in the surrounding area. And while cleaning again, I found yet another lost Luddle. I also decided to build something called the oxygen ring, the one I always use at home to resupply myself with oxygen. So yeah, you can craft it and you can deploy it anywhere you want. So I'm deploying it here so I don't need to keep going back home. And this will be our source of oxygen so we can clean the entire area. So similar as to the one we have at base, you just go inside and it will refill all your oxygen. It can also clean the Luddle that we have, so it's a pretty convenient thing to have. And I swear to God, this place is really big, so there's a lot of places I need to go uncover. Currently, I've only cleaned about 17% of the Grimy Gulf. Also, I got another holo badge, so now that's 4 out of 9. Found yet another one, so that will be 5 out of 9. So we're getting closer to getting that achievement. I then left the Grimy Gulf for a while because I wanted to go home, and traveling through the flotsam Sam, I can see that my Luddles have multiplied and there's a lot of them now. Wow. Okay, I'm very happy that these Luddles are multiplying. And upon returning home, I can see that one of my Luddles was evolving. I wanted to feed it with a different kind of food, but currently it's busy evolving, so I can't wait to see what comes out. And after a few seconds of waiting, there it is. It seems to be an axolotl, but no, actually I was wrong. It's called a beta Luddle. I'm not entirely sure if I remember what axolotls look like, but I think it looks like an axolotl. I'm not sure. But hey, another one to our Loddlepedia. There's 3 now. And after cleaning about 33% of the Grimy Gulf, our visuals here became clearer. So we have cleaned like 1/3 already, so that should help a lot, unlike removing the darkness. And once I had enough material, or so I believe, I then crafted myself the puddle scrubber. And with this, we can finally scrub the dirty ground at the Grimy Gulf. So it's time to 100% that place soon. So this is how it works. You basically just have to equip it and then we scrub away at the floor. The radius isn't that big, so I have to like twist and turn until every spot is clean. But at least we have a ways of cleaning these dirt on the ground now. So with this, we can finally increase the percentage of cleanliness at the Grimy Gulf. And just by scrubbing the floor, we are now 66% cleaner at the Grimy Gulf. And just look at how the environment changed. And with this final spot, I have cleaned 100% of the Grimy Gulf. Let's go! And we can now fast travel here. That's the most bonus plus points we can ever receive. So currently, this is the progress so far. So the only area left to clean is that part right there. Or maybe we can discover other areas. As you can see on the objectives, I have completed most of it. For the holo badges, just 4 more to go. As for the achievements, there's still a lot we need to do. We're just halfway there. Anyways, I continued cleaning the ocean. Right now, what I really need are these electronics. Because if you recycle the electronics, you can get something called the electronic bit. And I need a lot of it for my next updates. Anyways, I went on and cleaned the area. I haven't found the Goopy campus yet, which is our final destination right now. But I instead cleaned up every other place that I can see that is filled with trash. Also, I found another type of Loddle food here. So these are called the pearl berries and they grow on the side of the hills, I guess, or walls. And as I continued my cleaning adventures, I then found a cave. So that's pretty mysterious and there's so many things inside. So of course, I'm very curious and went inside. There was also a Loddle here that I could help. So yeah, this is a pretty good find. We not only cleaned the area, we also helped this Loddle right here. But that wasn't the only thing I have discovered. So it seems this was a hidden area in the game that I found. And wow, it's pretty mysterious inside. And you can see that there are giant Loddles here. Approaching one of the giant Loddles, it seems pretty friendly. It doesn't really eat us, attack us or anything. It's just huge. Like, wow, so big. Oh, it also does that thing where it copies me when I light up my scanner. That's awesome. I decided to clean up this place for a bit. I also found like new types of Loddle food here. It's called crystal bits, I believe. Also, the name of this place is called the Guddle Grotto. I had to leave early though because I was running out of oxygen. I'll be back with an oxygen ring so I continue cleaning everything inside. And hopefully, it will make a fast travel point. Upon returning home, I saw that some of my Loddles have already evolved, so let's approach them and see if they have changed forms. So here we have one that is an octoloddle. It's an octopus Loddle. It looks really cute, but it's sad right now because it's hungry, so we need to feed it. Very cute, look at the picture. Anyways, I went home to make another ring so I can put it at the Guddle Grotto so we can start cleaning the entire area. I totally forgot to showcase how fast the new laser gun is with the laser efficiency module. And as you can see, it zaps dirt like really fast. Like, it's so good. I then went home once my inventory was filled and fed this Loddle with one of the new foods that I have gotten from the cave, in hopes that it will evolve into something new. Also, now that I have enough materials, I can now buy this global pollution tracker. So this will make our lives easier if we can track the pollution at the current ocean. So this is how it works. I just need to press a button and now I can see wherever there is trash. So I just need to approach them. This makes it so that it's easier to clean the entire place if ever I miss something out. Alright, that's awesome. Another upgrade that I did was this scrubber rages module. So this will improve the rages of our scrubber. So this helps because the radius was pretty small before and now it's bigger. So let's go. Anyways, finally I went to the Goopy campus and oh my god, this place was huge. So many types of trash were here. So I had to make use of all my arsenal and I also did not forget to save all the Loddles that need saving. I'm not really sure how to describe this place. I guess you could call it like an old factory that's abandoned or something because there's so many of these ship things that I needed to clean, so I was thinking it might be those, I guess. My efforts were not wasted here as I have already cleaned like 33% of the area. So just 33 more percent and we can have Loddles live here now. And after cleaning a bit more of these microplastics, I have reached 66% cleanliness in the area. And now my Loddles can live here. I had to return home though because my vacuum for the plastic materials were full. And upon arriving home, there was then another type of Loddles that awaited us. It's an axolotl. So is this it? The axolotl? Isn't this the same as Pikachu? But it's different because the axolotl actually has hands and legs. I see, so that's the difference. So it's pretty cute. I then continued exploring random places and cleaning things up, and I eventually encountered more of these hollow badges until only one was left now. Also, take a look at how fun traveling is as long as you follow the path of the boosters, because it's just so fast. Look, this is my way towards another area where there is a ship where I can fast travel to base, because I needed to go home for something, so this is really useful. Look at this. And while cleaning the Goopy campus, Alex then told me that this was the once great Goopy CEO Golina Mothea's office. And I also saw a glimpse of the last holo badge that we need. It was just inside here, so just a little bit more cleaning and we can grab that as well. And by grabbing this, I now have received the Steam achievement for collecting all the holo badges. Let's go! Also, now that I have like 99% cleaned the Goopy campus, I don't really know where that remaining 1% is until I found a couple of plastics down here that I did not loot. So it's probably this. And with this, we have 100%ed the Goopy campus and we have received an achievement. So that's 100% cleaned everything in the surrounding. So we just need to do the leftover achievements and we have achieved 100% of this game. Upon checking up what's left of the achievement, there's only like 6 more. One achievement required me to run out of oxygen, so that's gonna be pain. Another is to have the maximum number of Loddles following me. Farewell Friend would be to release a Loddle to the open ocean. And then Loddle possibilities to encounter all the evolution. And then there's Loddles rule the world. We need to have the maximum amount of Loddle capacity in every biome, meaning the whole world. And as for the hidden achievement, it's probably like leaving the planet or something. And yes, it is. Getting the maximum amount of Loddle to follow me was pretty simple. Since there were a lot of Loddles in the biomes already, I guess they have been reproducing already. So yeah, that's one achievement that I have gained very easily. The next achievement that I wanted to do was releasing a Loddle to the ocean. So we're gonna say goodbye to this Loddle and we'll be seeing how we bid our farewell. So goodbye, little Loddle. I hope you stay safe in the open ocean. And with this, we have gained the achievement, so we have 4 more to go. One of the achievements involved maxing out the population of all the biomes with Loddles. So I had to like grab a couple of Loddles from other biomes to place them on other biomes so that they can start reproducing and we can reach the maximum capacity. And while interacting with a couple of random levels, I actually got a new type of Loddle here. So that's +1 on our Loddlepedia. So let's go. So this one looks like an eel Loddle. I'm not really sure how to call this, but it's a siren Loddle. Alright, cool. And so I continued visiting various biomes in order to see if there are new types of Loddle. And like I said from the very start, their evolution really depends on what their diet is. But sadly, I did not encounter any new Loddle. So what my plan is now is to find some baby Loddles and take them to my base. That way, I can feed them some proper diets in order to evolve to the form that I want them to evolve into. So I'll be feeding these guys some specific foods in order to evolve to the form that I want them to evolve to. So that's the plan. So we gotta get like 3 more babies, I believe, because I'm missing like 3 more different forms of the Loddles. While exploring the grimy gulf though, I was here to grab more Loddle food. I found a different type of Loddle here naturally evolving into this one, the Puffer Loddle. Awesome. So yeah, 4 more. I was bad at the head count, so yeah, we just need to discover like 4 more types of Loddle and we get the achievement. So I did my research and want to feed the Loddles so I can evolve them into the form that we haven't discovered yet. So I started feeding them with the right amounts of food and the right types of food so we can get the evolution that we want. And the experiment was a success since I got myself a butterfly Loddle from feeding it the right food. Let's go. So just 3 more to go and we're done with this achievement. The butterfly looks really cute. I then visited the grimy gulf again and I see that there was a Loddle trying to evolve here. So I approach it, of course, in hopes that it was a Loddle that I haven't gotten yet. And oh my god, it was! So now we have the Manta Loddle. So 2 more to go. Let's go. Also, upon returning home, I can see that my Loddle has evolved into a bunny Loddle. So let's go. Look at this really cute Loddle. It's not really approaching me. When I push forward, it runs away or something. It doesn't like me, I guess. Dang. So sad. Anyways, we have just 1 form left and we will get the achievement. So Pickles right here will be our achievement getter. So I'm feeding it with Rainbow Kelp because Rainbow Kelp would evolve this into the last Loddle that we don't have yet. And finally, that time has come for our little Loddle to evolve. So we're just waiting here for the transformation to finish and we can see its final form and the last Loddle that we need to see. And wow, it actually looks really cute. So this is a wingfin Loddle, and with this we have received the Steam achievement. So I think the only achievement remaining is to have the maximum capacity of Loddles in every biome, including our home base. Also, we need to suffocate so we can get the Who Needs Oxygen achievement, and with that we'll have achieved 100%. And so to get our next achievement, I just then stood still, waiting for the oxygen to deplete to the 0. Also, what happens when you die in this game is you basically just respawn to your home base and you lose some of the items you have in your inventory. But worry not, you can pick them back up as long as you remember the place where you lost them. Fruits cannot be scanned on my scanner, so it's gonna be hard to find it. But good thing I did not run out of oxygen that far from base. Still though, I had a hard time looking where it was because I forgot where I was standing. That was pretty dumb of me. Alright, but we got the achievement. Let's go. So now it was just the waiting game, waiting for our Loddles to reproduce and fill the population of the entire biomes. And with this last and final baby, I believe I have all the required Loddles. The entire planet has now been overpopulated with the Loddles. I then got a notification that the entire planet has been filled with Loddles. And I also got the Steam achievement. So let's go! The only last achievement left is leaving the planet. So let's do that. All that's left now is to pack up my things and leave the planet. So I have returned most of the recycling machines and the 2 shipping station and then the crafting station. And finally, I will ride my ship so I can go away from this planet. So yeah, with this we have completed 100% of the game. If we get this achievement, if I wasn't wrong. We did see the Steam achievement, the hidden one. So it is to leave the GUP 14. So it's now time to say our goodbyes. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed your stay here. And as you can see there, we have received the last achievement and completed 100% of Loddlenauts. Thank you again for reaching this point of the video. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. Bye now!